Hello class, our topic for today is all about phylum Chordata class Amphibia. We are group 9.1. Group member TG Sayari, Jake Alpuerto, Mark Angelo Panes Hermoso, Michael Vincent Maliksi, Narlene Jimenez. Our objectives, student will be able to identify the importance of phylum chordates, differentiate between habitat and ecology, understand the definition of notochord, dorsal nerve cord, and pharyngeal slits. Introduction. Phylum Chordata is thought to have evolved around 500 million years ago, also known as chordates. It is a diverse group of animals characterized by the presence of a notochord, a dorsal nerve cord, and pharyngeal slits at some stage in their development. This phylum includes approximately 60,000 species, ranging from simple filter-feeding organisms to complex vertebrates. These are types of amphibians: frog, toad, salamander. Key characteristics of phylum Chordata are notochord, dorsal nerve cord, and pharyngeal slits. Into our notochord is a flexible rod-like structures that supports the body during embryonic development, helps maintain posture and movement. For example, a frog, notochord presence in the tadpole stage disappears in adult. Into dorsal nerve cord is a hollow, tube-like structure that coordinates nervous system functions, transmits and processes information, controls movement and sensation, and also regulates various bodily functions. For example, a salamander, the dorsal nerve cord forms the spinal cord and brain. And the last is pharyngeal slits are exchanges of water and ions, feeding and respiration, and also typically closed or modified during metamorphosis. For example, a frog, pharyngeal slits present in the tadpole stage. And
the next is habitat. Chordates can be found in various environments. 1. Marine, ocean, seas, corals, reef. Ito yung mga nakatira na palaka o tinatawag na frogfish. For example, limbi frogfish or ocellated frogfish. Ito yung example niya. And then sa freshwater naman, dito naman nakatira ang mga palaka na nakatira sa rivers, lakes, sa ponds. Ito ang example ng frog nakatira sa freshwater. Pelophylax lesoni. The next is terrestrial. Dito naman po ay yung mga palaka na nakatira sa land, forest, grassland. For example, giant rain frog or Ribicef ogibussus. Ito yung example niya. The next is arboreal. Dito naman is yung mga palaka na nakatira sa mga puno and forest. For example, Agalecnis calidreas. Ito po ay yung example ng sa arboreal. And then proceed tayo sa ecology. Ang panguna ho is predators. Feed on other animals. Sila ang kumakain. And then sa prey naman is sila ang kinakain. Pang-tatlo is decomposer naman is example is food chain. Una ho, grass. And then kakainin ng grasshopper yung grass. Tapos ang grasshopper naman kakainin ng frog. And then ang frog is kakainin ng snake. Then ang snake kakainin ng agila or eagle. And then tapos magtatae yung agila. Tapos dito lalabas yung fungi. Ito yung nilabas niya na fungi pa. Tapos ito na yung na-discompose na. For example, ito po. And then the last is filter feeders. For example, coral, jellyfish, oyster. Kaya sinabing filters feeding mga coral, chordata dahil nag-obtain sila ng nutrients from ingestion ng food sa kanilang mouth. The next is pollinator. Yung pollinator, sa tulong ng mga bees, napopollinate yung mga halaman. For example, pag yung bees dumapo sa male na flower, and then yung pollen nun didikit sa mga galamay nun, and then pag lumipat siya sa flower na female, tapos ma-fertilization siya, tapos magpo-produce siya ng panibagong seed.
Support and protection. Support. Number 1, most environment. Maintain humid environments such as the ponds, lakes, or wetlands. And number 2, temperature regulation. Provide temperature range between 10 Celsius to 30 Celsius, 50 to 86. Number 3, hidden places, outdoor shelter like vegetable rack of low protection ay sa ecological rules po. Number 1, producer. Plants or algae and some bacteria produce energy through photosynthesis or chemosynthesis. They from the base of the food providing energy all other organisms. Number 2, consumers. Herbivores control prey population and maintain ecosystem stability. Carnivores consume both plants and animals, contributing to the energy transfer across to the multiple graphic. For number 3 po is discompose fungi, bacteria, and breakdown in dead organic matter, recycle nutrition back into the soil and supporting plant growth. And number 4, keystone species, certain species, etc. Bees, wolves, and sea others have disproportionate effect on the ecosystem, including population dynamics and habitat destruction. For the ecosystem engineers, organisms like behaviors, corals, or earthworms physically modify environment, creating habitats for the species support and protection. This refers to ways ecosystem and species sustain in the safeguard one another, including ito po yung mga rules ng ecological rules. Ito po yung nagpo-produce sa kanila, and sa protection po, ito po yung nagiging protection sa kanila for the climate and regulation of the
Good evening, I am Mark Angelo Pianoso, and I'm going to report the respiratory system of amphibians. And yung example po namin ay palaka. Sa palaka po, meron po tayo nostrils, mouth cavity, and then humors. Sa nostrils po, called external layers, lead directly to the mouth and give the frog its excellent sense of smell. A frog can take an air and throat in its nostrils and down into lungs. Nakatulong po yung nostrils na makapag-inhale ng hangin yung palaka as organs of aerial respiration. The lungs are not just respiratory organs, but they also hydrostatic organs, allowing the frog to float in water when expanding the respiratory part. Yung lungs naman po, yung pinaka-function po nito ay for gas exchange, tapos nakakatulong din po ito na mapalutong yung palaka sa tubig. Tapos sa mga cavity naman po, the frog mouth is where digestion begins. It equipped with a feeble, particularly useless teeth. These are present only in the upper jaw. The frog's tongue is highly specialized. Sa mga cavity naman po, dito daw po nagsisimula yung digestion. It also equipped daw po ng feeble, particularly useless teeth. It only presents lang daw po sa upper jaw. Tapos, the frog tongue is highly specialized.
So, good morning everyone. I'm TG Sayari. The assigned topic to me is nutrition and digestion ng class amphibia. So, yung class amphibia, nakakakuha sila ng protein-rich diet katulad sa mga insects, crustaceans, worms, and small fish. And the next one is sa vitamins and mineral supplements naman ay nakakakuha sila dito ng calcium and phosphorus. And number 3 is carbohydrates. Limited lang siya pero primarily nakukuha nila ito sa plant matter. And the next one is sa digestion naman ng phylum Chordata sa class amphibia. Alam naman natin kapag sinasabing digestion is kung paano natutunaw yung mga kinakain ng isang organism o animals na tulad natin. So, sa class amphibia ay para rin silang tao na tinutunaw din nila yung pagkain natin para ma-release. And the next one is sa reproduction naman. So, sa reproduction is meron tayong mating behavior, amplesus, egg laying, development, and metamorphosis. Pero mostly sa reproduction ng class amphibia, sila yung uri ng hayop na kung saan nauuna muna yung itlog bago nagiging kamukha talaga nila yung kanilang nire-release na yung kumbaga yung anak. Hindi sila tulad ng tao na pag nag-reproduce tayo ay nagiging kamukha natin or baby agad yung lumalabas.